Welcome to another unboxing from theplayersaid.com. I'm Grant. Today I'm unboxing a game that just came out. Actually, it was just fulfilled on Kickstarter, I want to say a month or two ago. But the game I'm looking at today and opening is Sherman Leader from Dan Verson Games, or DVG for short. This game was put on Kickstarter a year ago, give or take. This actually appeared on my top anticipated war games for 2017. Sorry. I think it's actually number 3. I was really excited about it. I'm not much of a solo player, but I like the time period. World War II is my sweet spot. This game looks good. It is a ground-based game. A lot of the games that DVG has done over the past 10 years or so are air related. So their Leader series has games in it like Phantom Leader, which is a Vietnam era war game, Apache Leader, which is obviously Apache attack helicopters, Hornet Leader. I'm trying to remember the others, but those are 3 that I know of. I know that my partner Alexander has played and reviewed Apache Leader as well as Phantom Leader, and he really loves those games. He is a big solo war gamer, though. He enjoys them quite a bit. I like to dabble. If they're a good one, I'm going to play it, and I think this is a good one. So this is the base game. There also, and I'll show you this, we'll be opening this as well. This is a pack of cards, and there might be, I don't know, 50 cards here. But it's World War II Tank Leader Commander cards, and this is an expansion pack. And I think this actually has 56 cards. So Tiger Leader and Sherman Leader, you can use these cards in. So Tiger Leader, obviously you're controlling German forces. That one came out last year, and actually I'll show you here in just a minute. I have an upgrade kit that they gave me as well. I do not own Tiger Leader, but we'll unbox these cards and as well I'll show you what's in them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game ripped open. It's a big box, very heavy box, very well made. It's in a 3-inch box. So here's what I wanted to tell you, the Tiger Leader upgrade kit. I'm going to move that to the side. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But back to this. This is Sherman Leader's main box. It is a 3-inch box. Very, very nice box. High quality. Great art. There you have an armored car. Obviously, there you have a tank. So there's a look at the box on the outside. Great art. Very well done. And we'll go ahead and crack this open. But once again, this is a solitaire game where you are controlling American forces during World War II. And I believe the scenarios associated with the game start as early as 1942 in Africa, and then they can go all the way through, May of 45 in Berlin. So this is a game that covers a wide range of the battles in World War II. Here is the rule book. It is a glossy rule book, very nicely made. Great pictures on the inside. The rules are about 28 pages, so not overly dense or in-depth. Here's a lot of examples of the different types of attacks. You can see advance if cannot attack, advance. Lots of good examples, good illustrations to help you understand what you should be doing. Really gives you some good looks at the counters. And this game involves tanks, armored cars, half-tracks, as well as infantry troops. And you're going to have terrain tiles that you'll use to build the scenarios. You're going to have leaders and different men that you're going to have commanders. I said leaders. Here's a look at some of the unit cards. There's an M4 Sherman. Very cool. But yeah, rule book looks pretty simple. This will take you about 30 to 40 minutes to read through and digest, and then I would think you'd be able to start playing pretty quickly. Most of the missions say that Setup is somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes, and then you can take care of a specific scenario in 15 to 30 minutes, and then you can play a string of those in the form of a campaign. So this is a card stock, and this is what you're going to use as part of the layout of your campaign. You can see it has a lot of different information. It has the campaign card there at the top. That's the one that's going to tell you overall what's going on. You have an objective. You have some of your battalion cards, which are your forces. Your commander card, that's who is leading your force. And then there's some of the unit cards. Different information about skills, hits. There's a misspelling there. I'm a stickler for that, but I won't let that bother me too much. There is a board that comes with the game. I'll move this over. Really nice box though. I enjoy good looking boxes, well-made boxes. So this is kind of your heads up display for the campaigns. I'll go ahead and try to lay that out. And you can see that's a nice looking map. It's a hard mounted map board, but you can see this is an area of different parts of Europe, the European theater. You can see Belgium up here on the northwest side. France is down here on the southwest side. Here you have the Hurtgen Forest, and this would be Germany here on the east as you go there. So that's kind of a look at that map. I'm not exactly sure how that works into the campaign, but it is a nice looking map, very well done. It also has spaces, and I'll go ahead and... It also has spaces on the map for different cards. There's an event deck that you're going to draw from. Also, there's a special conditions deck. You're going to do, here's a tracker for the battle turns. So lots of good information here on the board, and that is one of those things that we always look for in solitaire games. Does it have a lot of the information that you need ready to access quickly on either a good player aid or on the board itself? This has a lot of good information on the board itself, so I think that's going to be great. Here we'll go ahead and get a look at some of the counters, and these are great. These are just administrative counters here. But here you have some of the artillery. Here you have some of your infantry. I don't know exactly what the numbers correspond to, but I will learn more when I read through the different scenarios. Here you have a half track of different types. You have some armored cars. Here you have your tanks. Back to some half tracks, different types of Shermans there. And you can see the counters are very, very simple. There's a silhouette on them and generally a 3 to 4 number code of some kind. So interesting. Those are nice looking. So here's the German. Here you have armored cars, some artillery guns, mortar teams, infantry, half track. There's some Stugs, Panzer IVs, Panthers. I wonder if they have any Tigers. I don't necessarily see. There's a Tiger, a King Tiger. Ooh, scary. Nice looking counter, simple. And once again, the difference, and what I don't fully understand, but, okay. So here we go. I just pulled out the American counters here. Very similar to the Germans. You've got more information on these counters. Attack, movement values, probably a rally number or morale. Here's a up close look at some of these trucks. Here's some armored cars. Here's some tanks. Here you have different infantry. You have rifle, MG teams, artillery, mortar teams. So yeah, there's a lot more detailed counters there that I didn't have, sorry. You have some buildings, some trucks, and more tanks. So there's a look at the counters there. And then here you have a whole bunch of administrative counters with effects from different cards, damage factors after hits. Pretty nifty there. You have an American side, it looks like. No, I'm not sure. And maybe a German side, not really sure. But nice looking counters. Here's a part that's pretty cool, the terrain tiles. So like I said, they don't necessarily have a map, although this is kind of a strategic level map. The tactical level map you're going to build using these terrain cards. And here, I'll get you a close up. The terrain cards show different types of terrain. You know, looking at this looks like so this is a winter side. And then this looks like this is probably one that you're going to use in North Africa. There's palm trees. You're not going to see palm trees in France. But there's an example of some of those terrain tiles. Here's some open terrain there at the top. Looks like there's about 20 of these, give or take. There's one with a lake. Here's one with some huts and some other groups of palm trees. Here we go. There's some desert terrain. You're going to use these for your North African adventures. Here's some bocage on the back. So obviously this is France. I'll put that down. Let's see what's on the back of this one. Some more hedgerows and bocage. Oh, there's some cities. That's pretty cool. So you're going to put those down when you're playing a scenario that's in the city. So pretty simple, but you're going to use these terrain tiles to then build the terrain that you're running in the different scenarios that you're in. Yeah, there's more traditional heavy forest in France, Belgium, Germany, etc. Some pine trees, etc. You're also going to have a player log sheet. I'll go ahead and get that here. You're going to have to copy this. They only give you one. So don't write on that until you're able to copy it. You got some dice, a couple nice 10-siders and a 6-sider. And then the majority of what's in the box is cards. So I'm going to go ahead and... So you have 5 bundles of cards. These are leaders. Let's go ahead and crack open these just to give you a feel for what they look like. They're well wrapped, so give me a second. There we go. Almost didn't think I was going to be able to get that one open. So here's a look at those cards. And they are double-sided, so you can see that there's a lot of different cards. That is a name, so a last name, the type, their skill level. You got an average, a veteran, a recruit. Let's go ahead and get a real quick look at that. So the difference between the recruit and average, there's a couple numbers that are different. There you can see the 4 is lower for the recruit than the 5 there. And then here you look down at the stress level. A recruit stresses on a 0 to 2, is shaken on a 3 to 4. And the average guy looks like he stresses on a 0 to 3, and his numbers are better. So yeah, it looks like you're going to play these different guys with different varying skill levels as your commanders and leaders, and they're going to help you overcome whatever scenario objectives you have. Here's some infantry guys. So kind of cool, like the detail. I gotta read the rules so that I understand what these numbers mean. So, but there's a look at some of the leader cards, and you can see there are 2 packs of leaders. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those off to the side. Now we're gonna get into, we've got event cards. Here's some more leader cards. And you've got the actual tanks themselves, the vehicles. Let's go ahead and open those up. Alexander really wants to play this game. I told him I'm going to play it first, so I'm doing the unboxing. So hopefully sometime over the next week I can read the rules, digest them, and then get it to the table. But yeah, there's a bunch of leaders and different unit types in this deck. And then here we go to the unit cards. I'll show you the backs of those. Really, really kind of cool. If I flip that over. So this is one of the artillery guns. Just shows the different information that that they have. I mean, there's all kinds of units here. You got a couple Shermans, different types. Once again, subtle differences with their attack values and armor, as well as movement. I'll just have to learn. There's some light armored vehicle. There's another same type. So you have a couple of those same type. Then you get, there's some more armor. Here's some light armor. So that's kind of an armored car or armored vehicle that's going to run around with a small gun and a machine gun. Then you have, here's a look at the rifle teams. You can get a good look at that card. HE refers to, a lot of times that means it's like their heavy attack, or they can do attack against armor. Once again, have to read up on the rules. There's an anti-tank team, experienced rifle team. So lots of different variety. There's a mortar team. Really love the drawing and the art. Really nice, well-made cards. And I have a whole nother unit. These are some of the German tanks. Let's go ahead and crack those open so you can get a look at those. But it looks like this has not only a lot of variety and potential for a lot of different scenarios and a lot of variability in those scenarios. Anytime you have more cards and more assets that you can use, and anytime those assets are going to be randomly sometimes distributed based on scenario setup, there's going to be a lot of different things that can be done with those. Once again, here's some more of the unit cards. I'm not going to show you those. I've already shown you a ton of those. These are the battalion cards, and they kind of show what you're going up against. They show the different types of forces that you're fighting. Scout force, mixed combat force, an infantry force, heavy weapons team, assault force, fast assault, dismounted troops. Man, there's a lot. Mobile artillery, scout group, supply, outpost. So you can see there's a lot of variety here, guys. Lots of different units. Very excited about this game. I think this game is going to be really fun. The final cards that I'm going to show you here are the event cards. I'm going to go ahead and rip those open. And I know you're probably asking why I just don't stop the recording. But I'm just trying to get through this quickly so you can get a good look and feel for what the game has to offer. Okay, so these are the event cards. And then you have some campaign cards and objective cards. So there are 3 different types. Here's an event card just to show you an example of what an event. Proven in battle. At the end of the week, each shaken commander in your command gains 2 XP. At the end of the week, each shaken commander in your command... I don't know why it's written twice. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Clear skies, that's probably associated with some of the conditions on different artillery fire or air support. Supply depot, gain an extra battle turn. So cool stuff there. Here are the objective cards, and we'll look at a campaign card first. So this is a campaign you're going to run through. This is the North African campaign, 1942. You can see the different information there it gives. It's in the desert. It's an introductory. It gives you some special conditions for this campaign. Olive drab paint. Add 1 to attack rolls against U.S. armor and light armor. As an example, here's Italy 43. German morale. Enemies only suffer -1 from tactical movement rolls when at half strength. So there are different campaigns. There you see Bulge 44, Normandy, Push to the Rhine, Race to Berlin, the Philippines, Okinawa, Saipan. So there you go, guys. I thought I saw the Japanese flag on some of those cards. It looks like there are a couple of campaign cards, at least 3, that are involved with the Pacific Theater. So this game has a lot more depth and a lot more broadness than I realized. There's a look at some of those campaign cards, and then you have objective cards. There's a lot of cards. I'm going to have to learn what this game is and how to play it over the next couple days so that I can get it to the table. I promised you we would look at the World War II Tank Leader Commander Cards expansion pack, as this was given to me. DVG provided this game to us as a review copy. So as I open it up, what I notice immediately is there are various nationalities. So there are about 8 or 10 new German leaders. Then you have other nationalities. Here, there's British, American, which once again, I have quite a few American commanders. This is going to be interesting. Once again, got to figure this out. There's French, there's Japanese, Russian even. So there's a lot of variety in this expansion pack that's going to allow me to play and get a lot of differing experiences. There's Polish in there. So yeah, lots of variety, but that's the expansion pack. And there's 56 cards in there that allow me to add more leaders to the game. So that's a look at Sherman Leader. You know, you kind of get a lot. You get probably 300 cards here, and that's nothing new. If you've read Alexander's reviews, you can see that there's a lot of cards. These are card-driven games, so obviously you're going to have a lot of cards involved. Overall, great-looking components, very well made. I know that Alexander really likes these games, so I'm excited to try them and try my hand at them and see how I like them. I also wanted to show you the Tiger Leader upgrade kit. This was added on. I do not own Tiger Leader, but it looks like what this is this brings the Tiger Leader game up to the standards used in the Sherman Leader game. So it looks like over those year or 2 year period, they maybe found some things that they wanted to improve or change, and they've done that. So now to Tiger Leader, they're adding in more, adding in rules from the Sherman Leader campaign. But here's a look at, some of those counters. Here's a look at some U.S. enemy units there, and then obviously you have the German tanks. You have Polish, Russian, French. There's a lot of counters in these games. But these are all things that you're going to fight. There's also a whole bunch of cards. Don't know how much these cards changed, but these are, once again, Tiger Leader cards. This is a campaign card from Tiger Leader, and it looks like they've updated that. So lots of new stuff. Don't know much about it because I do not own Tiger Leader, but I thought that was cool. I also saw online someone made a comment, well, that's not a good sign of confidence if you've put out an upgrade kit. Well, I would actually say it's pretty cool that DVG is willing to go back and correct, I don't want to use the word correct, but improve upon an existing game based on some new things that they found out, realized, and discovered to make that experience better. So to me, that's a good thing. But so there's a look at, or an unboxing of Sherman Leader from Dan Verson Games. Appreciate it. Try to get some plays in of this. We'll do a video review as well as a written review. I'm excited about this, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. We've been working pretty hard to keep a regular stream of content flowing on the YouTube channel. It can be a little challenging, a little harder to record with family and children who run around and make noise, but I have to look for those times and days where there isn't a lot of noise. But go ahead and like and subscribe. Also, if you want to check out more, go ahead and find theplayersaid.com where you can do check out not only these unboxing videos as well, but written reviews, in-depth strategy articles, action points, and other such items that we write from time to time. But thanks for watching, and we look forward to playing this and reporting on it. Thanks.